This is your year. We're not putting it off to next year. We're not saying what we're going to do next month. No, this is the year to make the commitment to yourself to becoming a better version of yourself. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lisa, and today we are going to be talking about the 12-week year. Now, yes, just like the title said, I have read this book before. Like, I even have my notes from when I read it. It had to be at least 2-3 years ago. Like, let me show you my notes. These are my notes. These are my notes from when I wrote this out, when I took time to read this. You see, the pages are almost stuck. Like, I had everything written out. And the funny part about it is, I didn't accomplish anything. Like, like back then, baby girl was a planner, but she definitely wasn't an executor. Like, that's where I fell at with a lot of things. And so the good thing about that is now I'm able to take a seat back and look at the mistakes that I made back then to realize why I didn't accomplish the 12 week. So one mistake I made back then, which I don't want you guys to make now, is that I planned out the whole thing, but I only did it on a monthly basis. I didn't plan out what I needed to do day by day. Even though I had my strategies written out, I didn't have a plan of, okay, so I'm going to do this on Monday, I'm going to do this on Tuesday, and I'm going to do this on Wednesday. That's the part that I lacked. And so I never could get started because I never planned or was intentional on what days I was going to do what strategies on. Another big reason of why I think I didn't accomplish the 12-week year the first go around is I don't think I was mentally in the right space for it. Like, during the 12-week year, you have to make sure that you're mentally in the space of just executing and being excited about executing your day-to-day activities, and and rewarding yourself in those kind of activities because you completed the commitment that you made for yourself for the week. Back then, like, I would do something for 3 days, and if I wasn't a millionaire by day three, I'd be like, forget that. Like, who got time for that? But now, I mean, my mindset has completely changed because it's not always about money. Sometimes you have to realize that it's really more of a freedom, and to have the freedom of time, basically, because time you can't get back. Money, you can make some more money. You can figure out another way to get some more money. But it's just it's a total mind shift this year that I have had, to why I was like, okay, you know what, let me start back with the 12-week year in December. I actually read it again in December, and I was like, let me give it a go. And so we're gonna pull up, as you guys saw in my notebook, I have already written this out once, but I actually did it on Notion this time, so that way I could be able to show it to you guys while I walk through my 12-week plan, just so that I can give you guys an idea of what your 12-week plan to be. And do not believe it's too late for you to start a 12-week plan. Your 12-week plan starts when you start. So whenever you want to start, now I'm not saying wait till February. What I'm saying is, if you want to start a 12-week plan, start planning for it now. Go ahead and take the rest of the week into the weekend and figure out what you want to do, and start that bad boy the next following week. Like, do not push it off, because what I know that I do, if I push it off, I'm gonna push it off next week, and then I'm gonna push it off the next week, and then you're gonna look up and maybe it'll be December before you know it. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a summary over the 12-week year. I actually have the physical copy of this book, but I also listened to it, the audio version of it on YouTube. So they have a free audio version of the book on YouTube, as well as you can download a copy of this book for free on the Libby app. That's Libby. And I love that app. I get a lot of books through there. It's just like renting virtual books through your library. They have the hard copies online, as well as the audiobooks online too on the Libby app. So I'm gonna just give you a summary right quick of the book. You really don't have no reason not to listen to it, because you can listen to it for free. You have a lot of opportunities. But just in case if you don't have time and you're just excited and want to start on your 12-week year, I got you. So just to summarize it, I would say The book is basically talking about squeezing 365 days into 12 weeks. And what they focus on is that by you compressing that time down into 12 weeks, you're more likely to get stuff done because you have a less amount of time. And since you have a less amount of time to get it done, you'll actually work on it day by day instead of working on it like week or month by month. So, and I really do agree with that because normally, for me anyway, if I look at my year for a whole year, that's just like last year. I looked at my year for the whole year. It wasn't until probably like September, October, no, August and September. Like I always do good at the beginning of the year, and then it was like September, October. I was trying to pick my feet back up. Kind of like, oh, I got goals. I hadn't finished this. I hadn't finished that. Let me do this. And so instead of doing that same mistake this go around this year, I'm doing a 12-week year approach. And so I'm actually have already planned out my whole 12 weeks. So one of the things that I hadn't seen so many people talk about is the different blocks that he recommend for you, and I think they're very important when it comes to trying to make sure you stay on top of yours where we go. One of them is a strategy block. So a net block is like a 3-hour window of the week of where you focus on and doing all your tasks, no interrupted time. And for me, I kind of do that a few days out the week. So I don't never really sit down for 3 hours and can just do it at one time. But as long as you're taking these blocks out of the week and saying, okay, I'm going to do this time, I'm going to film this content. That's what I'm going to do. No interruption. That's basically your strategy block. Then he has a buffer block, and that's basically where you do like all your admin. You should do that probably daily as far as responding to like emails, actually responding to comments and stuff like that. Just doing the stuff that's kind of like more of admin work. You should do that on a daily basis, and you should probably take out like 30 minutes to an hour of your day of where you can just be able to respond to emails, respond to comments, go and comment on other people's stuff, because it's very important that you want people to be active on your social media, but you also have to be active on other people's social media, because it's just something about the algorithm on social media that they love to see you interact with other people as well as you interact with people. Another block that he talked about in the book is a buffer block. And that buffer block, like, is very important. You should definitely plan one every single week. It's something to help you not get burnt out during your 12-week year. So it's something to help you say, hey, on this day, I'm not going to look at my work anymore. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. I'm going to binge watch a Netflix TV show. I'm going to hang out with my friends. And I think those 3 blocks that he mentioned is very important when doing the 12-week year, because if you go in it like last year, 2 years ago, I read about those blocks, but I didn't realize how important they was until I reread them to this go round. And I realized that it's very important when it comes to trying to do your 12-week year. So now I'm going to get ready to show you how I planned out my 12-week year and kind of walk you through it. So that way you guys can get a chance to see how you can plan out your 12-week year. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to be looking down because I basically have everything written out on my iPad. And so I'll pull it up on the screen next to me so you guys can see it while I go through it. So this is basically my 12-week year execution system. As you guys see right under it, I have to be a better version of myself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I also have my 1-year goal. You guys can see the goal. I want to monetize YouTube and TikTok. I want to have $30,000 of monthly passive income, and I want to feel God's presence. So that's my year goal. I also have words for the year. I have been using grace and intentional last year, and I put them in on my words for the year this year. But I added 2 more words, which is execution and commitment. And let me tell you how I look at commitment. I had to really sit down and think about these words. And I had to think about, what if I was dating somebody and they made commitments to me, they made promises to me, and they broke those promises and commitments? Would I still be talking to them? No. So why would I break commitments to my own self each year when I wouldn't even talk to somebody if they broke their commitments to me? So it really made me, that was a big eye opener for me, and made me realize that I have to keep my promises and my commitments to myself, because how do I expect for anybody else to keep their commitments to me as well? So that's how I'm looking at commitment, and really, really trying to keep my commitment to myself this year. And so execution is just it is what it is. Like, I'm just trying to make sure I execute my goals. So it's one of my words to make sure that I'm very intentional on executing my day-to-day goals. As you see on here, I have my 12-week goals where I put 50,000 subscribers and followers on TikTok, and I want to sell 100,000 digital products. That's not the a money amount. That's just how many products I want to sell. And before you say anything, we're being a little delulu right now, okay? They said when you feel this out, be a little delulu. It'll push you a little bit to try to strive to get to that. Okay, so another thing I have is reading monthly books, which is basically like the Bible and self-help books. I've been reading self-help books probably since the last 3 to 4 months, and they're really helpful. I feel like they keep me on track, so I do want to pull this into the new year and keep reading them. And I also have a workout plan because I'm going to lose about 15 pounds because I'm going to be outside. So I kind of wrote this down, and as you see, we'll go through the first one. We're not going to go through every single one of them because it's kind of self-explanatory once you see how the first one goes. But I put down my first priority. As you guys see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 priorities for this first 12 weeks. I put down what I wanted to accomplish, which is 50 subscribers on YouTube and 50,000 subscribers on TikTok. I put down what strategy I would take to get to this, which I will upload 1 or 2 videos on YouTube. This is week 2 in January. I uploaded a video last week, so yay, I'm so happy about that. And I'm filming this video for this week. So post quality content on TikTok daily because I'm posting that daily. And then I have scheduled time for filming and editing days, batch create videos. This is my schedule that I had for this week. I said I'll film my YouTube on Tuesday, and I'll probably post it either Wednesday or Thursday. And then my TikTok, I already filmed some on Sunday, and then I'll film another batch of TikToks. Probably, I think I got it scheduled for Wednesday. So, let me finish this at the top. So you see where it say plan and script out your videos and thumbnails for the week, research trending topics and pain points, and cross promote my social media platform. So these are basically the 5 strategies that I have came up with that can help me boost my engagement as well as boost my community. I want to grow my community on YouTube as well as TikTok. So these are the strategies that I'm going to do each and every week to make sure that I'm staying on task to the ultimate goal of building my community. So as you see, I got everything else written out of what I would do to kind of like stay on task. So you guys can screenshot that so you can take a look at each one of them just in case if something resonates with you and you want to see what strategy I have so that you guys can be able to implement those strategies as well. But I am going to scroll down and go down to the weekly tracker. Now, I didn't fill this out because I said I was going to wait and do this on the video, and so we can be able to do this together. And so on the first week, so the first one says upload TikTok daily. I know I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I didn't do Saturday. I did not do Saturday. So I'll check all of those off. A video, I uploaded a video I did 1 video on YouTube last week, so I did good. Now as far as with reading the Bible in my self-care book, I did get some of my self-care book in this weekend, which is good. And I did my Bible read on Wednesday because I actually have Bible study on Thursday. So I'm trying to make sure I do it a couple days before, so that way it's still kind of fresh in my mind. And so when we go over it on Thursday, I kind of can remember what we're going over. So let me see. Work out 3 days a week. I'm doing better on the workout 3 days a week. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I only did Saturday. This is an example right here when you do not plan out your week, that you keep pushing it off. Because I literally was like, okay, I know I got to work out 3 days. I kept saying, oh, well, I got 6 more days. Oh, I got 4 more days. Oh, I'll figure it out. Next thing you know, I had 3 more days, and I knew Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I knew Friday was a busy day, and I wasn't gonna be able to work out. I was hoping that I would at least get 2 in, but I just got exhausted. On Sunday, I was like, I don't feel like working out. So this week right here, week 2, I would not have 1 check for a workout. I'm going to have all 3 checks. I have already planned out that week. And this week, I'm working out Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I already have my plans out. I have no excuse not to work out. That's my plan for the week. Meal prep, I did meal prep the first 4 days, and I'm good for doing that. So I meal prep Monday through Thursday, and then my eating is kind of like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it's like a balance. It's like a good balance. If I can cut one of those days, and hopefully if I can do it where I eat pretty clean Monday through Friday, and then I only have 2 kind of bad days, I would prefer that. But right now, while I'm doing the 4 days a week, I executed that this week. Well, last week. Going to bed before 10:30. I'm gonna have to work on that, y'all. I am going to have to work on that. I did not execute that at all last week. What time is it? And I'm not gonna execute it tonight. I don't know if you can see. It's 10:45. Okay, I'm struggling with that. But so I'm gonna work on that this week so I can take a better look at that, because I need to kind of plan out my day a little bit better so I can make sure I'm getting into bed on time. Because I'm telling you, I need that sleep, and that sleep is gonna help with me doing my content as well as me sleeping. Sleeping is good for you, like when you're working out. Like it helps. I think it says something about your body going through like a recovery phase when you sleep or something like that. So I'm definitely gonna have to revisit that sleeping, being in the bed by 10:30. So that's pretty much it when it comes to me planning out my 12-week year. I hope this was helpful for anybody who was watching it. And I would definitely I think I'm going to do probably like midway, 6 weeks in, just to do an update to see what's been going on, to see about my growth. Have I been selling digital products? How my relationship has been, how I've been building my relationship with God. Have I been working out? Just to do like a check-in. So until next time, see you guys later.